Today we are going to be teaching you guys how to build for beginners. Now I'm not a pro builder myself or anything, but I'm not bad at building, and I think that I see a lot of people when they play Fortnite as a beginner, they don't build much, and that's a problem. And when they ask themselves why they are dying, that's half the reason. Now, you guys may not want to admit it, but if you keep making the excuse, oh, it's just because I glitched, or making bad excuses, oh, that guy was a pro player, you're not going to get much better. And I will be teaching you in this video, I will be teaching you how to build on console and then on PC. So first we're going to do on PC. Now, if you guys, I'm going to go into my keybinds. Now, if you guys look, here are my building keybinds. I have wall is this mouse button, this one, and then stairs this one. So when I build, I go like that. So it's a lot easier like that. And then floor, if you guys take a look at my keyboard, floor is Q, and that's because when I'm in the natural gaming position like this, I could just quickly click Q. And then the roof is B, because I just want it to be easy if I want to cone someone. So let's start off with some basic build. You guys don't have to follow those keybinds. If you guys don't have a gaming mouse or something, I recommend using just the buttons that feel natural to you. All depends about your hand size. So first, we're just gonna get some mats, and this isn't a playground, so mats aren't gonna be this easy to find in a game normally. I mean, there'll be around, but they're not gonna give you this much per tree. Okay, so what we're first gonna want to do is just start off with some basic building drills. If I were you, I would practice doing this and then quickly doing your 90s. Now, if that's already too complicated for you, I would just recommend going like this. I just practice building stairs quickly. So let's say someone shoots at you, I would practice building a wall. Now, normally you won't have that much time, so if I were you, when you get shot at, you have to first know where you're getting shot at from, so you just gotta go not like that, but it's hard to build. Let's say you're getting shot here, just go wall first so they can't shoot you, then go stair, and then get out your gun and start crouching. And then once you realize that you're not gonna get spammed, build around you like that. And editing is a whole different story, because you're probably like, well, I want to learn how to edit. Well, if you're a beginner, editing's a whole different story. You can do the simple edits like that slow, but eventually you're gonna need to edit, but not now. You're not gonna need to edit as much. So first, what you're gonna want to, so after you got that down, just if I were you, I would just recommend going into some solos, and the minute you get shot, practice going building a wall from wherever you're getting shot at. Next, what I would recommend doing is practicing your getting high ground. So people are gonna, that's from far range, but people are gonna start advancing on you, and when they're rushing you, they're probably gonna use a tactic like this. Let's say they were over at that building over there. So they're probably going to use a tactic like this. Slowly building like this. And then eventually, they're going to be going like this. And then once they get close enough, start building. Like that. And then you're not going to be able to be there and just do this. You're not going to be able to go to just like this. That's not going to help you, because see how they have high ground? And you'd be in a very bad position if you had to go like that and then that. Like that. So to get high ground, you're gonna just follow some basic building steps. So first what you're gonna want to do is obviously ramp rush. Now when I was learning how to build, if you fell down, you were dead. But now like you can deploy your glider and stuff, so you're pretty lucky. You already started out with a better advantage than me. So now at this point, I would just recommend starting building up like this. And then if they get high ground, just try to go out and then go like that. But you're probably just like, what just happened there? Well, so let's say they were, I'm gonna have to edit, break that. Let's say they were out here and like, you're like, oh shoot, they're gonna get high ground on me. And you're like down here and they're like building up there. Well, what a like decent player would do is just go like that and then go like that. But so that traps them. But you're probably not at that level yet. You're just learning how to build. So what I would recommend doing is, let's just destroy this. What am I doing? I'll just recommend going like, shoot, I'm just gonna destroy that. If they're out here, I would just recommend going like this, and then building like that. And then always try to block them out. Like always try to put something above them or something. So if you're done with that, like if you're good with that step, let's say they're right here and you guys have equal high ground. Now also what a decent player would do is go like that. But if you guys aren't at that level yet, just go like this. Practice your basic 90s. And this is where 90s come in hand, because then they will eventually help you out a lot. And let's say, because like you could just like, here's how I do mine, but that's not that good. So what I recommend, let's just like, let's say you're building up, and then they come over here, and like let's say they have high ground over you, like this. You can't build here, and you're not gonna get your high ground. Now you guys can see I can edit this, but normally you won't be able to do that. So what also a decent player would do is go like cone them, and if they had a trap, just place their trap on the side. But you can't do that. So I'm just gonna have to destroy all this. So let's say they have it like this. If I were you, I would just go like this. Like I would try to build out over here, and then quickly, because if you do it like this, they're just gonna shoot you right away. So what you're gonna wanna do is go like, build out, and then quickly do a 90, and then always try to build up above them, because then they can't go anywhere. Because if you're just like waiting here like this, waiting for them to come up and be above you, that's not gonna work. So what you're gonna want to do is like that, is go like that. And now you guys probably have like no idea what 90s are. They're basically 90-degree turns. So you're gonna want to start it, like I started off very bad at building, because when I started off, it was nobody really built. Like I was in season 2, not many people built. So our main protection was just that. And then we would sit here and wait. But then we'd always get shot from behind, and it was just chaos. So what I recommend for you guys to start as early as possible is practicing 90s, because if you get good at 90s, you're pretty good at building. So you guys, your 90s may start out looking like this. Like this. I can't even do it. Like that. So like that. Like that. Now that's good, but eventually you're gonna want to go faster like that. So just keep practicing over and over again your 90s. Now this video is not very good because I don't know how to explain it very well. So just keep practicing over and over your 90s. I almost can't do it without pressing the floor. And that's gonna happen a lot. You're gonna go like that. So that's when the floor comes in handy, because now you have low ground against yourself. So that's why you would go like that. Now if you get really advanced, like you're just gonna want to keep practicing doing that over and over again until you get fast enough. Now all these same strategies work with the PS4. It's a lot almost harder. Like it's easier to build, but a PC player beats a PS4 player most of the time. Just because you can turn a lot faster. So keep practicing that over and over again until you get fast. And then after that, once you get really advanced, like at this point in time, you're gonna get high ground over a lot of people, because actually not many people do this. The only people who do this are the pro players, because not many people on PS4 servers care to build for some reason still. But on PC servers, like you guys will be playing on right now, they probably will try to get high ground on you. That's why I'm teaching you how to do your 90s. On PS4, 90s aren't as important, but they're the main building strategy for anything. So let's get started. Let's get started on like more advanced techniques. Now, once you got all that mastered, like everything so far from this video, you're gonna want to start working on like doing faster things. So like this, like that. And then you're gonna want to start working on editing. So now if you're on PC, editing will be a lot easier for you. But let's say I just grab my controller quickly. It's a lot harder. Like look. So that you guys can see it's a lot harder. Now if I go on PC, let's just build something quick here. So like that. It's a lot easier. Now I recommend using the F key on your keyboard as your edit button, and see, it will also be your confirm button. I just think it's a lot easier because when you're in your gaming position, it's not far away. So also what you're going to want to do is work on 2 ramp strategies, rushing strategies. So like kind of like that, but like because this won't work for you eventually. Like you're gonna get shot down. You're probably still gonna have high ground, but you're gonna be shot down. It will be a lot harder for you. So eventually you're gonna want to be able to do this. But that's easy. Like you saw how easy that was for me, and it's eventually gonna be easier for you guys too, because it's not that hard. But just get more mats quickly. But now you're gonna wanna, like I'm gonna do this. I'm not this. So like that, like you guys can kind of get a good view. So you see the difference? Now at this point, this used to be good when you didn't want to get shot down, but it doesn't matter as much anymore. So I recommend using that the most. But if you want to look professional, you can do this. But I learned how to do this when there was fall damage. So like let's say I'm like, okay, like I see this guy from a distance, he sees me too, he's starting to build, and then you're like, oh no, if I don't build, I'm gonna lose high ground quickly. So what you're gonna want to do, start building like this. Now at this point he's probably gonna try to shoot you down, but don't worry about it, just keep going, because you'll still have high ground over him when you're falling down. So yeah. Now for PS4 I would do the same kind of strategies building. Just don't focus on editing as much, because you're never gonna be good at it on PS4 after like first time. Like So, let's go switch to the editing side of this. Now, you're gonna want to avoid hard editing. Like, here are some main editing structures you're rarely gonna want to do. You're gonna rarely want to go like that, because it's pretty pointless. Like, it's not used for much, but you could just go like that, or you could go like that. Like, see how much more time it takes to go like that, and to go like that, or like that. Doors are gonna be your most common editing thing at the beginner level, and windows. So like, when you get to a higher level of editing, you're sometimes gonna go like this, but you're rarely gonna need it. So your most common, just practice going like, just practice quickly doing a window, quickly resetting it, quickly doing. So like that. Now for stairs, you're not going to want to do much with the floor, because the floor is not. But for stairs, you're going to want to just practice dragging it like that. Like that. That. Like, I'm just going to do a quick, like, structure. Okay, so shoot, I just fell off. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. Okay, so I think you guys get the idea. Now, this is a perfect practice to just start building structures and test your editing speed. But like, here's like in slow motion. This is fast motion. What? Like that. Now you're eventually gonna get the editing speed, but don't get mad if it doesn't work out right away, because it's not gonna. Like, when I started on PC, it didn't work out. Like, editing, I was thinking I'd be like this god editor, like I'd go like and stuff like that, but I didn't, and I was kind of upset. But then I just started practicing these edit drills I'm telling you about. Just like build like your 90s and stuff, and then practice editing down. Now, editing down, I'm kind of mad that Fortnite did this, because that they added pretty much, like, you can glide whenever you want, because editing down used to be a major deal with some people, because they would just, like, other people would just use launch pads and try to knock them down. Now, you don't really have to edit down, but it's still a good skill to have, editing is, because, like, let's say someone has low ground on you and they're like right here, you're gonna want to quickly go like that and shoot them. But let's say like you can't edit very well and they're right here, and then you have them trapped and everything, and you're like, and you don't have a trap though, and they're trying to like do things and get out. You're not gonna want to go like that. You're gonna want to go like, if you're like, let's say it's right here, you're gonna go. Now, I'm not the best at editing because I just started on PC, but I'm not bad. So, like, let's say you're, I don't even know what to tell you guys anymore, because at this point you guys should have enough drills. Let's go to console. Now your 90s are always, I'm turning off my settings from by default. Now 90s are important on console, but they're not as important. I mean, building in general isn't as advanced on console, like, face it. It's just not. Now, you're gonna want to do the same drills, but I wouldn't focus on the editing drills because it's gonna be a lot harder for you guys. Like, look how bad I am at editing. So, like, it's a little more complicated to edit. That's what I'm trying to say. So I have to turn script by default back on. So, the hardest part about editing is trying not to go too fast. 'Cause if you're Tfue, you have an excuse to go fast because you're like actually like really good. Or if you're like Symphony, Mongrail, all them. And also what I recommend is just watching the pro players build. Like, don't start looking up random people teaching you how to build. Like, look up, like, watch pro build battles. That's what I would do. Watch pro build battles like Myth, Nicky30, and people like that. So, I would not recommend watching Ninja. I mean, not watching Ninja. Watch Ninja's combat. Like there are better building role models than Ninja. Like Ninja builds, but he's not known for his building. He's known for like his like just quality all around gameplay. Watch someone who's known for their building and edits, like Nicky30. If you watch Symphony and Mongrail, you're gonna get confused even more when it comes to editing. Cause those guys are like legends at editing. Like you won't even know what they're doing because of how fast. But they did use like these kind of drills. Like to practice their editing, building, and stuff like that. And yeah, so make sure to drop a like, guys, comment, and subscribe. What you guys think of this? Peace out.